Well, that's not Cooper DeJean. Grossi Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to an episode of Packcast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom. Yup, Grossi. And today we are going to be breaking down the Green Bay Packers' first draft pick at number 25, and that is offensive tackle from Arizona, Mr. Jordan Morgan. And listen, I'm going to be very honest. At this point, there's a few guys I wanted. The Lions traded up ahead of us. They got one of them. But there was Barton, who eventually got taken by the Buccaneers after us, and there was Cooper DeJean, who is still available in the second round. And the Packers decided to go with offensive lineman Jordan Morgan from Arizona. And I don't hate this pick. I just don't fully understand it. I want to be very clear, because you saw me screaming into a whole bunch of shirts during the Jordan Love pick. I am not a GM. I'm never going to pretend that my opinion holds more weight than Brian Gutekunst, the GM of the Green Bay Packers. And I also will say, at least I'm not a Falcons fan. But here, I kind of at least get the vision. And Jordan Morgan has a little bit of a history of injuries. In 2020, he had an injury. 2021 played 11 games at left tackle, then had a high ankle sprain, but he played through it. 2022, 10 games at left tackle, but also tore his ACL. And 2023 played 12 games at left tackle. Now, I don't know if he's going to play left tackle in the NFL. He's going to have to compete with Rasheed Walker. I could imagine he could go to right tackle or interior, but the Packers obviously saw something that I did not over Graham Barton, because I thought Barton was overall the better pick. He only allowed 2 sacks last season over 700 snaps, which is really damn good. And on top of that, the guy is 6'5", 311. So he is a larger offensive lineman. And I think there's potential that he could play one of the swing positions at left tackle or right tackle, obviously having experience on the blind side. But overall, I think that this pick is pretty much a prototypical Packers pick, because yes, of course they didn't pick the guy that I wanted, because the draft is all about me, Tom Grossi. That was sarcasm, by the way. But at the end of the day, the Packers decided to protect Jordan Love, which I think was a really good pick. Every single one of my mock drafts had an offensive lineman going here. I just thought it'd be something different. Maybe it'd be a Marius Mims, who went very early in this draft, or it'd be a guy like Graham Barton. But they decided to go with Jordan Morgan. And yeah, I'm a little bit whelmed by the decision. I know NFL had him projected as a day 2 pick, but overall, they decided to shore up the offensive line, and I think that he has the potential to either learn and or be a depth piece and eventually compete at a higher level. Because let's be very honest here. If there's one thing that Packers fans can rely on, it's the trust that they have in Goody on picking an offensive lineman. He's picked amazing linemen in the past. He's found great value in the middle rounds, and here he decided to draft one in the first round. So obviously, Goody feels very strongly about Morgan, and at this point, I'm not even going to scream. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to say, I trust the process. Morgan would not have been my pick, but I'm more than willing to see where this goes. And so the Packers decided to dress offense first. I imagine they'll be in play for one of the top defensive backs tomorrow. They still have Cooper DeJean on the board. You also still have Kool-Aid on the board as well. So we'll see what they decide to do. But the Packers going offensive line here, not a sexy pick, but could wind up to be a very good one, because I know when Elton Jenkins was picked, I was very happy, but some were not. And here, I'm hoping Jordan Morgan proves a lot of people wrong and is able to protect the ever-living crap out of one Jordan Love. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. You guys, something at Tom Grossi Comedy, all social media see down below. A big shout and thank you to all the Patreon and YouTube members for supporting this channel. And thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack Go.